like to do, man, make sure y'all please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please, everybody, hit that like button for me. Please hit that like button for me. Once again, I'd like to thank all my knowledgeable people that be coming up here and rocking with me. Shout out to the trolls that be coming in. We not mad at y'all either, man. Hit the subscribe button for me and hit the like button, man, if y'all want to come in and troll. I'm not mad at you, man. We tough over here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get straight into it. I think that it's very necessary, and I want to say I feel bad for the homie Lil Boosie, man, and we all gotta say it, man. And we see it. We see him work hard, building things for his family. Everybody sees the little not the little, the big compound that he's putting together. Big shouts out to him for that. Congratulations for him for that. And we also see that he's staying his kid's life. And it's sad that a father be out here fighting for his kids to do the right thing, even though they probably watch a structure of him doing what he was doing when they was growing up, or now when they're at a certain age, they hear stories of the things that he did, and they think that they can dictate that. Not only that, they don't understand the fact of now you don't have to do that. Whatever they did back then and created a good life for them, they don't want to hear it. They still want to be outside in the mean streets. They want to see what it really feels like. They don't understand the real structure of going to jail. They don't really understand the structure of really having to be outside in those streets. When the parents grow up in the hood, the parents get their own houses in the hood, have kids, which is the kids of today, and they're not fortunate enough to move outside of their environment of where they grow up at. So these kids is growing up in the hood. It's not a bad thing. It's just that's our culture. That's where we from. Only bad thing about it is our kids, and even when we was younger, we adapt to our environment and think and want to keep up with the Joneses, want to show who's tough, or want to who got the best sneakers or the best hats, and we laugh and joke at somebody that don't have it, and it all create different things, man. The 18th letter, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man, for real. And it just create a whole bunch of ignorance amongst our environment. So now when a person gets rich, make it out of the hood where we grow up at, and we showing our kids a better way in life, but they still hear about our past. And and Major, what up? And they hear about our past of what we did growing up. They want to know about it now. Now they want to see, damn, but we over here living over here in this nice suburban area. But they said my father was this or was that. And, you know, people know who we are now growing up. We want to go out there and see. And not only that, they still have ties to the hood. They still have family out there. So they'll probably go visit their family out there in the hood. And they get a lot of praise. And all the praise that they get, people want to take up, get close to them so they can take them to their father. I'm gonna use Boosie as an example, so they could take them to the father or have them around the best parties, or maybe taking them to shows and things of that nature. So they get all this love and praise, and I want to say ass kissing. And now people like Lil Boosie's son love that attention, and now it attracts them to go back to the hood and hang in the hood. And they not understanding they are living in a better life to stay away from that world, because that world they just utilizing you to get in. And sometimes ain't nothing wrong with it, because you might get a good person out of the hood that lives in the hood that want to get out of the hood, that really want to work and really want to do something. And you might can get some good help from some good people out in our hoods and in our environment that we grew up in. So I can't take away from that. But 9 times out of 10, the law of attraction be when they want to play with them toys, they want to play with those. And now They think that that's the cool thing because you get more attention when you're supposed to be a bad boy out there, or a or you the fly guy, and all the girls they loving you now because they know who you are, and you get a lot of attention. But when you at home living the good life which your parent built for you, you know you don't really get all that attention, and you probably get chastised with certain things like, what you doing, where you at, is your room cleaned up? Like, kids don't want to hear none of that. Is your room cleaned up? Did you do the dishes? Is the lawn, you mowed the lawn? They don't want to hear none of that, so they try to stay away. And I'm saying that to say, because Boosie was trying to. It's a video out here. Go to Boss Talk, and y'all will hear the recording when Boosie was asking his son, "Where you at?" He's like, "Oh, I'm in, I'm out in the hood. What you doing in the hood, man? I miss you. You need to come home." He's like, "I'm coming, Dad. I promise you I ain't doing nothing." He said, "But I'm trying to make some moves." "What you doing to make some moves?" You know, I think I want to say, don't quote me on the trapping, but go to Boss Talk. But I'm listening to his son tell him, "I'm out trying to make some moves." I'm like, what? Why? You know how many kids will die to be in your shoes? And you talking about you outside trying to take care of some stuff? What you need to take care of that you can't ask your father, or get you a nice position with your father to run around? And this is the problem with our kids. Even if you're not in a rich environment, you are just your people are just well off and still don't want you in the hood. Want you to play sports. You know some kids that's excellent sports, top of the top in the game, end up still being around these street dudes and end up losing their lives. And then you hear about them, oh, well, he was excellent in playing basketball or baseball or football. Now he ended up losing his life tragically. This is crazy, man. And I feel bad for Lil Boosie, because we see him fight for his kids. And when they get a certain age, we can't control them no more. They still want to still go and do what they want to do. It's crazy. The 18th letter said, "I definitely understand, OG, when you was growing up in Harlem, that was the most dangerous, cutthroat. That's a fact. Cutthroat time to live in New York." Exactly. The difference between you and the next generation, you didn't have a choice. That's my point. Appreciate that. That's my point, man. The 18th letter said that. We didn't have a choice because we had to grow up there. All around show said Tootie Raw gotta learn the hard way, not up for discussion. At this point, it definitely ain't up for discussion, but we having this discussion. So y'all make sure y'all share this too. Share this, because anybody that got kids that you know, even your own kids, share this, man. Because these kids need to hear it that is not locked up right now. Yes, Tootie Raw gonna have to learn the hard way, and it's sad. His father was trying to stop just that from happening. And now these other kids, y'all need to see that Tootie Raw father is rich, and he want to be out there playing with. They said he had a switch, sawed-off shotgun, sawed-off rifle, and some ammunition. What in the world is you doing with all that? Who you going to war with, and for what? All of that is unnecessary, man. 18th letter said, "Man, with the time Boosie facing, he doesn't need this extra stress." Facts. His son just wants to be hard headed. Facts. And now he gotta go to jail stressing now also because his son gonna be facing something. And it ain't no secret. He got health problems and all that, man. So stuff like that, especially in jail, you don't get all the proper care that you would need, man. And now he gonna be in there. Hopefully he get probation or something, man. That's for real. I'm rooting on that for Lil Boosie, man. He's a good dude. I hung with Boosie. We booked him to come down here a few years ago. He ran around. He showed mad love. He went in after the club was over. He in the basement, just him and one homeboy in the hood in Raleigh. And my homeboy spot had a studio down in the basement. After I finished paying everybody at the club, I leave and go to my boy crib. Boosie down there recording a song for him. That was the realest stuff I ever seen in my life. And this was in Wipe Me Down, all that when he in his primes, primes, when the streets wasn't nothing to play with, nothing. He's there. So I seen him be a real dude. That's why a lot of people like him. That's why his career lasts long. You know, he might got his dark past of what he did to people, whatever. Maybe we don't know the story, whatever he might do to survive where he was at. You had to be tough if you're in the mean streets and don't let nobody play with you. It's either you get ate or you eat first. And it sounds like he might have ate first. God bless anybody on that. But I'm just saying, he changed his life. He's chilling with his kids. And now he got to go through this. And this the stress that our kids put us through because they think that they more smarter than us sometimes, man. It is what it is. Or they think that they are owed more respect than they supposed to give us. Or they think, or like Major said, kids is curious. They want to go and see. They want to go out there and really see what it was like and not knowing that it's life threatening, life taking, even with going to jail, is life taking. You can get life and be in there for the rest of your life. When you would have wished you was at home mowing the lawn like your pops or your moms told you, doing the dishes like your moms or pops. Did you go look for a job or what you want to do next? Do you want to do or be a manager or do you want to? He was doing an album for his son. What happened to that? If the son stayed focused on it, I'm sure Boosie was going to stay back in the morning, man. For real. And now he's somewhere locked up with that many toys. That's crazy to me, man. I feel for Boosie on this one, man. We see him fight for his kid. We see his daughter go online talking crazy about him and all of the above. Because a lot of these mothers be in these kids' ears about the fathers. The fathers probably not there as much as they should be, but give them credit for even being there. And not only that, sometimes the mothers brainwash the kids to the point where they don't even want to be around the fathers. And when they're around them, they just around just to see what they can get out of the father because the mother put them in that position to do so. And this is a fact worldwide. Oh, it's so many fathers, man. Send this to a father that's going through it. If y'all know a father that's going through it with his kid that he tries to be there for, and the kid neglect him for no reason, don't even know why they neglect him, or want to come up with a reason for neglecting the father. Is there such thing as deadbeat kids to their parents that is there for them, that's been there for them, or at least try to be there for them? Because this is right here. This is a sad one, man. This one is real crazy right now. That little Boosie got to go through this, man. And it's sad that his son got to learn the hard way because he didn't have no reason to have to learn the hard way, man. Yo, what goes on next on the internet, man? And then you got Charleston White out there claiming that yeah, he the one got him locked up because he threatened him, man. Charleston White be doing a lot of antagonizing with people and playing with people and saying, he say some good stuff, and then he come and say f somebody kids. I don't care if they dead and all like, come on, bro. You don't got the right to be keep doing that. What Charleston White is, he's a smart individual, very intellectual, very smart, and he mixed that smart stuff up and come up here on the internet and then utilize blind you with the smart stuff and then start speaking about people, kids indirectly, and people ain't thinking that that's nothing to cancel people for, but y'all want to cancel people for a whole bunch of other things. It should the bad outweigh the good to me. You can't be just going around talking about people, mamas, and I wish they be unalived and all that, and then come back and be respected like a whole, like you never did nothing, like you never said these harsh things to people and can do it on the internet, and and telling us that that's a character that he created. 1811 said, I get these kids are curious, but that is not an excuse for Tootie. Kids don't want to listen, and then when they end up in a mess, they're begging for you to clean it up. Facts. They always calling the mom. I've done it. I get locked up. My mom said, "Don't keep calling me," and then I get locked up again. Who I'm calling? My mama. Guess who coming to get me? Still, she coming to get me. They can't bear to see their kids in that predicament, man. And the kids be knowing that, for real, for real. But we still want to go out there and just don't listen. we want to learn the hard way, man. Major said, I don't like Charleston White. Just waiting. A lot of people don't like him, and a lot of people waiting, and nobody's gonna celebrate if something ever happens to him in a harsh manner. And I don't wish nothing on nobody, man. But sometimes when you in the universe, you ask for certain stuff, then that's what you gonna get. Major game, what's good? Top of the morning. We talk about Lil Boosie's son getting locked up, and kids that's living in them with rich families want to go back out and be in the hood, thinking that it's a game, man. Appreciate that, Major. That's right. Smash that like button, y'all. The 18th letter said Charleston, not slick. If it wasn't for cameras and the internet, Charleston wouldn't be talking like that. That's a fact. The stuff that he says would have gotten the average person unalive back in the days fast. And right now, you know, when somebody speak his name or when he wanted him to speak his name, so now he got it on record. If something happened to they gonna get it. So the average person, if you're mad at him and he talking slick and you really want to make moves on a person, I ain't saying I'm just saying a person, don't be arguing back on the net with it. So you keep it quiet because he argued with too many people. So if you don't say nothing, they'll never know what happened. And I ain't trying to tell nobody how to do nothing. Like he be saying, I ain't telling nobody don't do nothing. Da, 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 da. I'm not. I'm just saying. But he also using the art of war. Say all of the bull crap about people and all that, and to get them to respond back to him. Now he got them in the clutches where if something do go down, he ain't gonna do nothing but tell the police. You already seen him when he was in the barber shop. The dude punched him in the face and all that. He jumped and running behind his wife and holding a broomstick. What a broomstick gonna do? A dude gonna take one or two of them hits till he grab you and get to you, man. We done seen his last fight with the little young white boy. Come on, man. That was a little young white boy, brother. Now, there's a lot of tough white boys that know how to fight, so don't get it twisted. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying he ain't fought nobody that's gonna knuckle up with come walking to them punches. What's up? He ain't fought nobody yet. Now Govin asking him, "What's up? Let's fight." Now he's talking about he calling Sanat somebody and telling them to set the fight up, but he basically saying for Govin to fight somebody else. Govin is saying, "Let's me and you fight." Now he's passing the buck to somebody else. Come on, man. If you're gonna be a real dude, be a real dude. And I'm not understanding how our society watch these cameras and let people like that do all that talking and want to cancel other people for simple things. With all this stuff he said about people dead children, man, and other people's mothers and all of the above, man. It's real crazy and it's real ridiculous, man. And him even intertwining with Boosie's son is crazy to me, man. Like this whole movement is wild out here, y'all. And that's all Charleston is, thinking he's slick, man. For real. But I just, I'm gonna do part two. I gotta come back and finish having this conversation about Boosie's son. I got some meetings that I gotta attend, and I'm gonna attend these meetings, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna leave y'all pondering on this. Should our kids be, once they get rich, be going back to the hood and doing hood things? And why do our kids get a certain age and think that they could talk to us crazy and um not respect their parents the same way they respected them when they was little, and get mad if a parent say something to them, but they can't whoop their butt anymore because they are grown. So words is nothing where a person should just disrespect their parents in no kind of way just for some words, period. And they should snap back into shape and get their mind right and know that they did wrong to their parent. Now, there's some parents that's been out there that talk crazy to their kids. The Bible also says don't taunt your kids either if you're not ready to get back what you're supposed to get back. So a parent is supposed to respect their child when they are a certain age. And if you never did nothing wrong to your child and you have respect for them and they talk crazy to you and you snap out on them, the child is all the way out of line. So the child can make up all the excuses they want, but there's no reason for doing so. Now, any kids that don't listen to their parent Even if you're not rich and you don't listen to your parent, it's way worse for you because you are living in the hood in an environment where people really unalive people for real, and you are sitting where they know where you live at and can come do something to you or your parent, and or wait for you to go to school, to the store, all of the above. You're not hiding in a suburban house somewhere where they can't find you if you are living, if you hanging in the hood, but then you can leave and go back to your comfortable environment. It's a whole catch 22 with this with our kids, man. So make sure y'all share this, hit that like button, hit that like button if you're new up here, subscribe to the channel, man. But I'll be back. We're gonna do a part 2 to this, man. Peace to y'all.